In today's MMA news, we've got not one, but two heated altercations. What went down with Khamzat and Jamahal Hill, plus Ariel Helwani hints that Pereira lied about his account being hacked, and Gilbert Burns breaks down the matchup between his former opponents, Belal Muhammad and Jack Della. Let's dive in. Ariel Helwani isn't exactly buying Alex Pereira's hack story. Reading between the lines, he's definitely raising an eyebrow. It all started when Pereira posted a cryptic message on X, hinting that things might not be so smooth between him and the UFC, even suggesting they might be playing games with him. But just hours later, he jumped on Instagram saying he didn't even know what was going on, claiming everything was great with the UFC, and then he said his Twitter was hacked. But Helwani and his co-hosts aren't buying it. Ariel pointed out that if it really was a hack, why didn't anyone from Pereira's team reach out and clear the air? Ariel even sent them messages and got no response. Plus, let's be real, most hackers post crypto scams, not carefully worded shots at the UFC. This whole mess comes not long after Ankalaev publicly questioned if Pereira still wanted to fight, hinting at possible retirement. Back then, people shrugged it off, but now with this so-called hack and radio silence from Pereira's camp, the speculation is heating back up.
Shaman.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's fake.
Wait, so why wouldn't his team just tell me that? Do you know what's wild about the hack thing? Like, usually when someone gets hacked, it's like crypto things. It's like, hey, retweet this and you'll get a free PlayStation and Xbox, right?
There's two things I'm thinking. One, that's why it will be a brilliant hack, because you're actually like doing something that people will believe. Two, maybe there was a miscommunication with the folks that run the social pages and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, as more and more athletes do not run their social pages, now we have somebody who has a voice potentially utilizing it. So
it definitely seemed out of character. But if there's a miscommunication, they could just take it down.
They clarified it with the yeah, but maybe that person has the login. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure this out. It's crazy.
But Alex on video is saying that ain't me.
That ain't me. Did they not want to pay him? Did they not offer? I don't know. Interesting.
Jamahal Hill had a run-in with his next opponent, Khalil Rountree, and it clearly didn't sit right with him. In a recent interview with the Schmo, Hill broke down the tense encounter, dismissing it as nothing more than talk and claiming Khalil wouldn't actually do anything. Hill says Khalil is mentally weak and tries to paint him as a villain to cope. He also mocks Khalil, saying his only real skill is being able to absorb punishment. Hill also weighed in on the upcoming rematch between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev. What stood out was his point about Pereira's track record in rematches, or the lack of it. While Pereira famously beat Adesanya in their first MMA meeting, he got knocked out in the rematch and never got a chance to run it back again. So heading into this fight with Ankalaev, the question isn't just about styles. It's about how Pereira deals with an opponent who's already had 25 minutes to study him up close. That's what makes this rematch so intriguing. At the same time, we all saw how Alex impressively stuffed every takedown attempt from Ankalaev. But on the feet, he didn't look like his usual self. With a different game plan, he might be able to turn things around.
We haven't really seen Alex in this situation, whereas first rematch we've got to see him in. So I'm interested in seeing that, seeing how he makes adjustments and how he could come out.
But you and Khalil train here in Las Vegas. I'm sure you guys run into each other maybe one time, two times, maybe three times over at the PI.
Man, we don't talk. We don't say anything to each other. The only time that we did have like an interaction, it was weird. So I was in the PI, you know, and then like I walk in the locker room or whatever, and he's just like, "Man, you really don't like me, do you?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You really don't like me?" I was like, "I don't even know you. Like we haven't had a conversation. We haven't had anything." It's almost like he's content on like he's got to build me up as like this villain or this person that he hates in his head to fight, which is fine. But it's just whenever you start like putting the energy off to the UFC staff and shit like that, like, oh, we can't be around each other or something's gonna happen. Like, you're not finna do shit, so what's the point of that?
Khamzat Chimaev was reportedly surrounded by a group of Israel Adesanya supporters in Abu Dhabi, according to former UFC fighter and close friend Albert Duraev. In a recent interview with the Russian outlet MMA Brotherhood, Duraev recalled the incident, shedding light on yet another complication in Chimaev's chaotic journey through fight bookings, a pattern that has previously frustrated the UFC. Though Khamzat insists those problems are behind him, skepticism remains high among fans. Many believe that until they actually see him step on the scale for weigh-ins, the fight still hangs in uncertainty. Currently, Chimaev is splitting his training between Russia and Abu Dhabi. where his camp for the upcoming championship bout is based. Duraev, a Chechen fighter who briefly competed in the UFC, described the encounter in detail. He said that while he and Khamzat were out shopping in Abu Dhabi a few days ago, they were suddenly approached and surrounded by a crowd. Some within the group appeared to be Adesanya fans, and speculation quickly spread online, with rumors suggesting that Adesanya himself may have planned the confrontation by sending people after Khamzat. Here's what Duraev said, quote, "It started off as a regular day. We had simply gone out to browse some stores. Since Khamzat is widely recognized, we're used to fans approaching him in public, asking for photos and following him around. That kind of attention is normal, but this time, something felt different. As people began noticing him and coming closer, it became clear that a separate group who seemed to be actively searching for Khamzat had also spotted him. That's when the atmosphere shifted. Around 10 guys began shouting things at him, yelling stuff like, 'Izzy will smash you,' and making it sound like they were delivering a message. A few even tried to throw bottles in his direction. Thankfully, mall security stepped in and kept them at a distance, and we went into a nearby store to wait for our ride." End quote. Gilbert Burns is backing Jack Della Maddalena to shock the world and take out Belal Muhammad. Having faced both fighters, Burns has a unique perspective on the showdown. At first, Gilbert was siding with Belal, but after sitting with his memories of going to war with JDM, he had a change of heart. What stood out to him? Jack's crisp boxing, his brutal jabs, slick footwork, and just how well-rounded he really is. Burns even broke Maddalena's arm with a body kick in the first round of their fight, and yet Jack kept marching forward like it was nothing. Gilbert said no matter what he threw at him, Jack always seemed to have a response. Against Belal, it was a different story. The Brazilian couldn't match the pressure and pace, and while he had the grappling edge, Belal's gas tank and grit made him a nightmare to deal with. And to add context, Burns broke his hand early in that fight, making things even tougher. Still, despite how durable and relentless Belal is, Burns now believes JDM might just have the tools to pull off the upset.
And I do believe Belal has faster hands. He has crazy good IQ. He and his team very strategically. They're very good. Whatever I said you, he's gas tank for days, bro. That guy can grapple. But I changed it a little bit. I was Belal all over, but now I think Jack wins. I think Jack is super underrated. His grappling got so much better. He gas tank is very, very good too. And the thing that he's his boxing is very good. I remember when we fought him in Miami, the guy came as southpaw, and he does both stance exactly the same. Yeah. I don't know where he's better, but bro, his right hand is heavy because when he jabbed me as a southpaw, and I felt the jab. It wasn't like that he was putting a lot. It was just a flick jab and poof. I was just like, oh my God, that guy hits hard. And it was not a stiff jab. It was just boom. And then I'm like, man, that guy hits hard.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.